Hello, Creative Gems. Welcome back to Creativity. And if you're new here, thank you for tuning in. For today's craft project, we're going to jump right in with this rectangular charger plate. This one is silver, but the color actually doesn't matter. In fact, the Dollar Tree has these rectangular charger plates in a variety of colors, so for today's craft project, you can use whatever color you have handy. And here's the reason why. You'll notice that I have already turned this charger plate around and I've already started embellishing the back of the plate starting with these silver metallic pearl beads. These beads are self-adhesive and comes in strips, so they're super easy to work with and you don't need any glue since it's self-adhesive. To start, we're going to apply a row of the pearl beads around the border of the plate. And if you don't have any of these silver metallic beads, you could dress up the back of this charger plate with white pearl beads instead, or with any beading that has a good color contrast to the black backside of the charger plate. And while we continue to embellish this charger plate, let me tell you how much I appreciate all of you tuning into my craft project today. And if you enjoy glam home decor and DIY crafts on a budget, please help me grow my channel by hitting that subscribe button. And if you like what you see today, please give me a thumbs up as well so the YouTube gods will continue to recommend my channel to other viewers like you. So this is what the backside of our charger plate looks like now with the bead embellishments. Let's set that aside for a moment because I want to show you this new piece I found at the Dollar Tree that we will be incorporating into today's charger plate wall decor. It's a black frame mirror with a little gold crystal doorknob at the bottom. Isn't that just so cute and pretty? We're going to go ahead and embellish this with the same self-adhesive silver metallic beads we used earlier on the back side of the charger plate. And if you're still with me, drop me a note with the words charger plate so I know you visited. In fact, I really look forward to reading all your comments and feedback, so feel free to let me know what crafts you have made with charger plates. And if you want some ideas, I'll leave a link down below in the description box to my most popular video that showcases several beautiful craft ideas using charger plates. You probably guessed it, but what we're doing is matching this frame mirror to the charger plate because once we're done embellishing this mirror, we'll want to adhere it to the backside of the charger plate. Here I've applied a little bit of hot glue, but you can also add some extra strong adhesive like E6000 or Fix-All to make sure everything is secured together in place. And once the two pieces are adhered together, this is what we get. Here I have the charger plate mirror hanging on my wall as wall decor, but you probably know this is also fully functional because you can hang your jacket or sweater onto the doorknob as well. And if you were to make several of these, you could actually hang them on a wall in your mudroom or somewhere close to your entryway. But for now, I have other ideas for this piece that I want to show you. But before we do that, I want to pause for a moment to update you on a poll that I recently posted on my channel. Many of you replied to the poll and most of you indicated that you were really excited to see a tour of my craft studio. Well, I have been holding off on that because I wanted the chance to tidy up and clean my studio before inviting you all as guests to view my studio. And to help to clean my craft studio, a company called Narwhal recently reached out to me and asked if I had a need for a wet-dry vacuum cleaner combo. So, of course, I happily accepted their offer to send me their new vacuum mop S10 Pro. Setup was actually a breeze, and although it came with a user manual with pictures, I didn't even have to refer to it. I just inserted the handle, and when I heard the clicking sound, I knew it was attached properly. Then I powered on the vacuum and it immediately moved forward automatically, so I didn't even have to push it. All I had to do was use the handle to gently guide the vacuum to the direction of where I wanted it to clean. And here's a closer look at the roller. It's a soft sponge that helps remove the debris from your floor, and at the same time, if you have inserted water into the canister, it also acts as a wet mop to wipe any stains away from the floor. You can see it sucked up all the glitter, hair, and other crafting debris very easily and very quickly. If you guys are interested in a wet-dry vacuum combo that is self-cleaning, I'll leave a link down to the vacuum cleaner that includes a special discount only for my viewers. So anyways, back to the craft studio room tour we were talking about earlier. Once I have completed my craft studio makeover and it's all nice and clean, I'll post a short tour for you all to see. And now we're back to my crafting table where I have a garden fence I picked up at the dollar store. It's made of this really hard plasticky material, so I'm using my heavy duty crescent width shears. I tried using regular scissors earlier off camera and it was a complete fail, but these shears make the job very easy. So what I've done is I've cut off the little legs at the bottom and now we're going to cut the fence in half. Now back to the black frame mirror. I'm going to turn this upside down and then we're going to wrap this garden fence piece around the front. To secure it into place, I'm going to be using these nylon cable ties. These are the only black ones I had and you'll notice how short they are, but that won't really be a problem because I'm going to tie a few of them together until I have one long piece. At this point, I have about 7 ties tied together and we'll see if it's long enough or if it's too long. First, I'll hold the fence and the charger plate together and then turn the charger plate over and lay it on top of the garden fence. Now comes the tricky part. We're going to loop the cable ties across the front of the charger plate and then take each end and loop them around the garden fence and then bring the ends together. Then I'll cut off the excess cable ties. You'll notice that I actually have too many cable ties together, so I'm actually cutting a few off before securing the ends together. This part was actually the toughest and probably took the longest to complete, but I know using the cable ties was the right choice because they're extremely secure and difficult to break once they're tied up. And while we work on this, drop me a comment and let me know where you're tuning in from. I would be curious to know if you all shop at the Dollar Tree as well. And if you're not from America, let me know if you have similar dollar stores in the country where you are from, where you can purchase household and crafting items at a very low price. For instance, in Canada, we have lots of Dollarama stores where most things are no more than $5. And in the UK, there's the Pound store that sells similar things. Let's turn this over. Now, if you don't like how the top and bottom ends of the garden fence is kind of sticking out, what you could do is put the cable ties along the top as well as another set of cable ties along the bottom. But for mine, I'm just going to leave mine as is. Now I'm going to show you how I'm going to hang this piece to the wall. I've taken the cardboard backing from a Dollar Tree frame and we're going to cut out the hook and use that to hang our wall piece. We want to cut around the hook so that we have a centimeter or two all around the hook because we'll be gluing it to the charger plate. This time the top of the charger plate is going to be the end where the doorknob is, and I'll show you why in a bit. For now, we can apply some Fix-All to the cardboard backing of the hook and then add a bit of hot glue so we don't have to wait overnight for the whole thing to cure. It only takes a few moments for the hot glue to cool and dry. And now we have a beautiful one-of-a-kind wall sconce. You'll notice that I have hung a rechargeable light bulb on the crystal doorknob. Once I power on the light, you can see how bright the light glows through the garden fence. How pretty is that? Comment down below with the words charger plate and let me know if you like this wall sconce design. In the meantime, I'm going to show you yet another design using the same charger plate. What I have here is a clear plastic chopping mat, also from the Dollar Tree, which I have cut down to a rectangular shape. I also have a roll of window privacy film that I will cut to size, the same size as the piece of chopping mat. This window privacy film is slightly translucent, which you'll see shortly, and it actually has a little bit of a design detail on it as well. The film is itself adhesive, and the best part is you can remove the film anytime and then reapply it. So if you need to reposition the film, which is what I had to do, it's very easy to do so. Once the two pieces are adhered together, we're ready to position it to our charger plate. Now you'll notice that I have removed the garden fence from the charger plate. All I did was snip the cable ties off with a pair of scissors. If you wanted to keep the other wall sconce design, you can take a second charger plate and mirror and wrap this chopping mat over it. But for the sake of this video, I took a shortcut and simply removed the garden fence. What I'm doing here is I have folded down about 3/4 of an inch from each end, and then we're going to adhere the ends to the charger plate with just a little bit of hot glue. And with that done, here's another look at our charger plate wall sconce. See how the light is able to emit right through the chopping mat and window privacy film? The only thing is, if I were to make another one of these, I would probably position the chopping mat a little bit lower so you can see more of the crystal doorknob and less of the light bulb at the bottom. But comment down below and let me know what you think. In the meantime, I have one more wall sconce design to show you using the same charger plate. Here we have a black placemat I picked up at the dollar store. This placemat has an intricate webbing design that kind of reminds me of a spider web. We're going to go ahead and cut the placemat in half and position it right over the chopping mat. Now, if you don't prefer the rounded side, you could cut the placemat into a rectangular shape instead to perfectly match the chopping mat that we cut out earlier. And to adhere the placemat to the chopping mat, a little bit of hot glue is all you need. Just make sure you don't burn your fingers in the process. I would recommend wearing some gloves, but for me, I'm so used to the hot glue that my fingers are pretty much numb to the heat. I would be curious to know your experience and what you've been doing with hot glue. Do you burn your fingers as well? Leave a comment and let me know if you wear gloves when crafting with hot glue, or are your fingers pretty much numb to the heat like mine? And here's the final look for our last wall sconce design. What do you guys think? I would say this one is pretty unique. Probably not for everyone, but it is unique. Comment down below with the words charger plate and let me know which wall decor from today you like best. And in the meantime, I hope you stick around and check out some of my other glam home decor crafts.